At vibrafinance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at vibrafinance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibrafinance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Had an awesome stream earlier with Chaos Chris, our coach, and Facing Reality. Talked about had some firmament talk, put it that way. Some good talks about PTGC, PDI, and man, guys, it's about to get exciting right now. You know, the ETFs are going to be massive. It's coming soon. We got a lot of momentum coming into this bull market. You know, the headlines are starting to change. It was a year and a half straight of just the craziest FUD articles. You know, we covered it on this channel so many times, how institutional money was no longer interested in crypto. What was it? Accredited investors at JP Morgan, their interest in crypto has dropped to a minimum. It was just FUD, while they were all building behind the scenes. Damn, what are no audio? Can you guys hear him? You guys really can't hear? Audio good here. All right, I was gonna say. Okay, there we go. Better now. All right, yeah, I don't know what was going on there for a second, but yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, whatever. We're looking good, guys. Like the institutional money is gonna flow in like never seen before. That's the sentiment of the market and the headlines, how fast they're changing. I got some good articles tonight about how they're just ushering in legislation now that's pro crypto all of a sudden at the last minute after years of cryptos for criminals. You know, Elizabeth Warren, all these people that were just reading these absurd scripts, fudding the hell out of everybody. And now the tides are starting to turn. I think there's going to be a new administration coming in, and they're going to blame Gary for all of this, and he's going to be the fall guy that can take the blame for not allowing crypto to thrive in the United States, for his crazy enforcement policies that destroyed innovation and coin projects like Library that are now debunked because they didn't have the money that Ripple did to fight them. And it's almost like this stuff was planned. Like Ripple has a rite of passage now, like Amazon. You know, I remember Elon in like 2017, 2018, he was hated. You know, they were funding the hell out of Tesla. It's going to go bankrupt. The cars suck. They're going to fail. Everything's late. And now he's like a god. So I don't know if this is all a massive distraction or what the deal is, but guys, it's about to get exciting in the Richard Hart ecosystem and just crypto in general. And I've been watching our boy Rand Noonan over there at Banter, and he just cannot talk about Pulsechain or HEX or anything. You know, he's stuck on these stupid altcoins, and it's so funny. He's the DJ man over there. Not once will he venture down into anything besides shit that he's trading himself. And it's so funny to see that we're still gate-kept this bull run. It's been 4 years and we're still buried on coin market cap. we're still considered scammers. The influencers still won't touch us. And it's like, this is so bullish for us. There's so much upside coming. And anyone with a brain is going to be able to see that the SEC came after Richard, and there's all these people that are behind him. And when they look into him and watch some of his streams, watch any of his clips, you kind of see this guy's smart. So I think this whole SEC thing is going to end up being bullish in the long term for the whole ecosystem. And guys, you're lucky you're here now. So let's check our babies. Pulsechain almost breaking that 700 mark, 30% from sacrifice. Almost, I feel like we doubled up almost off the bottom. PulseX, we for sure did. I remember it was down to like 95 or something like that. So PulseX kind of outperforming Pulsechain right now. I think that's how it's going to go. The hexes, they're going to want eHEX will outperform hex and vice versa at certain times. Pulsechain will outperform PulseX at certain times. Inc will probably make runs. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to shift like that in different waves. So I'm spread out evenly over the floor. I'm not in Inc. I'm not farming the PulseX Pulse pool anymore. I sold my Inc bag and put it into the DGen plays, and goddamn, I'm happy I did. So let's look at Hex here. Let's see what the T share rate is today. $242, 30,296 Hex per T share. Wow, it's crazy that it's already at 30,000. But Hex is going to do its thing. People understand it's real DeFi. And now that it's been around, it's proven the test of time. I just don't see the FUD lasting anymore. So I want to say what up to the chat before we get into this. RFX token. It is reflection season on Pulsechain. I'm loving it. Predictions on RFX after NFTs, CMM, and fully funded accelerator. Man, I'm going to talk about RFX in a little bit, and I love it. I can't believe that happened. I'm still trying to understand all the mechanics behind RFX. And yeah, like the DAO that's coming, I really like that. So the community can vote on stuff they want. I think new LP pairs, thickening the TGC RFX pair. I think there's so many bullish things that can come. But yeah, I love my RFX, and I haven't had a chance to, but I'm definitely gonna throw some into the farms there. But yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Pulse Former, let's go. Or let's pho. What are you in Thailand eating pho over there? Reflux in the house. Bobby, you're the man. Love the stream on Reflux. Appreciate it. Most prep men. Yeah, that was a great stream with Pulse Lorian, man. I like supporting and talking with people that are passionate. They have nothing to hide, and they're here building, and they just want to see people succeed. They want to do well, and they're not hiding anything. They're not doing anything shady. That's what we need on Pulsechain. We need projects to build. We need new eyes to come. We need all kinds of projects, like the Playboy Bunnies thing that's coming. Not my cup of tea, but I'm sure it's going to bring new eyeballs. So the more just different projects we have with good people behind them that we can support, that's what we need to be behind in this community. So good. Watched it twice. Let's go. Missed out on NFTs. Yeah, Russ, they have not came out yet on Reflux. It is coming soon. I believe they're going to be like 1 million pulse, and some of that fee goes to the accelerator, and the rest of that money goes to buying RFX, I believe, and then some other stuff. So it's crazy. I missed out on the NFTs. Russ, get minted some NFTs then. Holy feedback. And I think it's on your end, Hexco. I think down there in Paradise where the sun shines, the sound ain't working. Audio's good there. Oh yeah, let's skip this. RFX, PRS, PTGC. Let's go. Love it, Brett. Love it. PTGC to the firmament. Yeah, that's right, Chris. You know it. We got to show love right here. PTGC to the firmament. Let's go. I'm going to be tinkering with the merch. They're going to be making some RFX merch with it. I think some other TGC ones. I don't think I'm going to do the Hex and the Pulse stuff. So many people have already done it. I'm going to probably do Titan X and probably stick with those three. So we got the merch is a great way to market stuff. People love it and it works. Isn't it the playbook for getting rich? Richard's brother, Shane Schuler in the house. You should listen to my brother. Yes, bro. Richard Hart has one brother. D007. Shane Schuler is his name. He has one brother named Richard. Richard has one brother named Shane. They are brothers. Chainlink reborn on Pulse. Hell yeah, droning. It was one of the PRC 20s that if you go back and watch some of the streams when Pulse Chain just launched, it was one of the coins that the PRC 20s I was getting into. It was Chainlink, Uniswap, Aave, Pepe, and I think Quant, maybe. So yeah, Chainlink's been on the radar. And for sure, I think it's going to do phenomenal on Pulse Chain. And it's what marketing, like when Chainlink starts pumping, oh, look, on Pulse Chain, it's doing a little bit better. We're outperforming Ethereum. More gains on Pulse Chain, less fees than Ethereum. An honor for me to listen to vibrafinance with you live. Let's go. What about Teddy? Yeah, Teddy just pumped. Teddy had a little God pump of about 100-something%. So you love to see that. We need the meme coins to move. I see so much on Twitter. People putting up teddy bears all over the place. So it's only fitting that Teddy pumps. And I just have a feeling that TGC sparked something in Maria who panicked and started to get extreme FOMO and reached out to the 414, resulting in a Teddy pump. I don't know what triggered it, but I'm just speculating that the root of the pumps stem all the way back to TGC en route to the firmament. If it isn't Richard's brother, Viber knows all the crypto. I don't know all of them, Ross. I try. I wish I had the time to learn about everyone. Honestly, I really do. But only so much time in the day. 90 wallets providing LP. That's a crazy number. Yep, there'll be 91 soon. Because I will be providing that for sure in the next day or so. Yo, Mammy, what up? Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in earlier too over on the Versus channel. Check out that stream if anyone didn't see it. It was at 6:30 earlier. Do I see a Chopa at 1 USD? That's $1 billion market cap. Oh, what's it at right now? 4 million. Got 250x from here. I'm going to say it's going to go to a half. I'm going to say it's going to go to 50 cents. But you never know, though. You never know. Depending on how high Pulse Chain can go, that's going to be what can pull it up higher. If Pulse really rips, it will. But if Pulse Chain only does like a 30, 35x from the bottom, I don't know. It'll be close. RFX Accelerator locks up Pulse for life. Support it if you like RFX or not. Hell yeah, I like it. Bobby, you're the only one that takes time to answer our questions. Chat, honestly, that's why I'm here, bro. Honestly. Like when I first got in like 2019, 2020, there was nowhere to go where I could get help. It was before Discords were popular, before Telegrams and all the influencers. No one was doing live streams. It was just like a 10-15 minute video on the newest coin or the next altcoin hidden 1000x gem. So I had like, I remember having transactions frozen on MetaMask on Ethereum because I set Gwei way too low and I didn't know how to go in and go to the custom nonce, resend the transaction. And it took me like a week to figure out how to do that. And I just think, I was like, man, if I only had somewhere I could go where I could ask questions and got help. And that's kind of what I want to do with these streams, where people like that or have questions, or like Bobby Hexelrod earlier was worried because he couldn't swap his TGC. It's because he had it staked. So no matter what he said, he could have set slippage at 99% and it wouldn't have worked because he had his whole bag staked. And until you unstake it, it won't work. So just being able to get those answers right there and prevent you from like panicking or whatever, I think it would have saved me a lot of stress. So that's what I want to try to provide. RFX just keeps getting better and better. Hell yeah, it does. What is the benefits to provide LP for RFX? PRS does not need to provide LP and we get good reflection. So honestly, I'll just cover it now. Fuck, I won't wait. The reason is that I had no idea. So the Pulse and PulseX pool here is still at 42%, right? And that's the one I pulled out of on PulseX because it was at like 17 or 13% when I got out months ago. So it's actually like 6 times higher on here. So I might do that. And then I think there was a TGC pool. And since I got into TGC early, I might want to take a little bit of that bag and pair it with some RFX. And I don't actually, is there one on here? If not, then I'm going to make a suggestion that they need to create a TGC and RFX pool. Well, if not, I honestly wouldn't mind pairing it with Pulse. I have enough, or Pulse X. The Elixir. Yeah, so I just like it, and the CMM launched today. Yeah, I like it. I like the interface. It's clean. And Pulse Lorian's a good dude. He was on the stream. He worked hard. We'll hit locked up for life. Whose life? Oh, yeah, the accelerator pool. In Reflux right here. It's got 23 million Reflux in it. So the accelerator is an automated decentralized contract, part of the protocol. Contract checks accrued Pulse contract in the balance. It receives a small percentage of Pulse as a reward for the function. If the RFX balance is above the threshold, to use Pulse to add LP and hold the LP. Else uses the PLS to buy RFX and hold. And then I think it sends it to the buy and burn. So it's like a never-ending loop. It's just Pumpamentals built in, which is really cool. And they've already given out 25, almost 26,000 in Pulse Chain, 372 million in rewards. So just for holding it, you can put your wallet in here and you can see how much Pulse that you've earned just from holding it. So you don't even have to do anything and it pays you. So if you have a friend or something that's new, you could send them a little bit of RFX. They keep it in their wallet and they'll start accruing Pulse Chain that they can use for gas. So I really like it. I see PLS at 0.0026, which is 100x from lowest price. Very doable. 26x from SAC. Is it asking too much? Hell no. I think that's very doable. I was my prediction was around a penny. I'm thinking for the peak. But it's Richard Hart. We can't count him out. Well, like acid reflux, too many damn tokens. Not even rare. it's unique. It's got cool fundamentals to it. I like it. I like supporting people that are building in the community. You know, I don't want to support Jack Levin and those type people. I want people that are here in the community that'll show their face. Just like you, Shane Schuler. That's why I support the Rob token. Rob's a Go Pulse token that took 30 seconds. It's $15 to launch. It did, and now they're about to almost out. He's almost neck and neck with Bitcoin. Rob is going to chase down Bitcoin and eat its breakfast, lunch, and dinner. PTGC pool will come soon. Coach wanted to talk first. Hell yeah. That's why I like it too, because the liquidity between them, the thicker it gets, the more pairs that come out. The way these bots work is you don't even need any human to buy or sell. You can just hold your coins and let the bots just go around. And every time that buy and burn gets triggered, that it gets triggered and gets triggered. So in theory, we can just hold. As long as Pulsechain's not dumping, you could just hold it and let the bots do their thing. It's a cool thing. Where do you see your stake? Where do you stake your Atropa in PLS? You can't yet. There's nowhere to do that. You can only stake. I think there might be a staking on like 9inch or one of those platforms, but there's nowhere that you could stake them as of yet. I think single-sided staking is coming for PulseX soon. But yeah, as of now, no, you just gotta hold them. Thank you, both for this is almost true. It started with $20. It took a third of a second to launch. Shane Schuler coming in hot. RFX in the house. Let's go. Love your stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate it most, Prepman. All right, guys. All right, let's get into it. So, yeah, guys, the Bitcoin supply, the ETF, I think there's gonna be an approval this week. I said 11. I predicted on the 16th of October we were gonna see something happen, and sure enough, that was the day we started getting fireworks. After all summer long, predicted it on the day. We nailed TGC. Some of these guys are up 50x already that got in early. Nailed that. RFX is doing well. So, guys, on 11/11, something good's going to happen, I think. Everyone thinks it's going to be a doomsday event. 11/11, 22. But it's 2023, though. But 23 minus 2 is 21. So that's one less than 22. So, guys, don't catch Dementria out there. Dementria is very dangerous, all right? But the Bitcoin supply is historically tight with an all-time high in coins held by long-term investors and impressive rates of accumulation taking place. So mine hash rate is through the roof. Long-term investing through the roof, all-time highs, 166 a days from the halving. And a spot ETF approval in the United States is starting to look likely. So, guys, sentiment is changing. HSBC plans tokenized securities custody service with Ripple's Medico. This is going to be such a big part in that world, in the TradFi world, custody of assets. They're all going to be fighting for it. Who's going to custody these ETFs? And so far, Coinbase is a big player for it. And then Ripple acquired Medico. They're a massive custodian. They're going to do all Ripple and PolySign, or PolySign and Medico, I believe, are going to be doing all of Ripple's custodianship. So this is going to be a huge industry that all the money is going to get swallowed up into. So people talk about how, oh, yeah, Ripple, they just work with banks. No, they do so much more. They've acquired so many companies around the world. They're in every single region, from Singapore to Dubai to the United States to South America. They're everywhere. HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, announces plans to launch a digital asset custody service focused on tokenized securities in partnership with Swiss-based crypto custody firm Medico, who just got purchased by Ripple. HSBC will work with Ripple Labs, own Medico, on the custody service. So there you go, guys. This is how Ripple is working with cold. So even if HSBC had its own private blockchain like JP Morgan's Onyx, doesn't matter. They still need somebody to custody all of their assets, all their tokenized stuff. And that's where the trillions and trillions and trillions are. What do they say? A $700 trillion market, the tokenized asset market could potentially be in 20 years. They say 30 trillion by 2030. So just think, all the money is going to be in these custodians, and they know it. So it doesn't matter, Ripple for Ripple's XRP price, any of that doesn't matter. They have a hedge against all that just failing, which it won't. They already have a stranglehold on cross-border payments. It's not going away. So all these things are coming together at the perfect time, coincidentally, right around the ETF. So they've been building this whole time in the background. This new platform will complement HSBC Orion, an issuance platform for digital assets and tokenized gold that was launched 4 days ago. Orion uses DLT technology to issue tokenized shares that represent physical ownership of gold held in London's vault. Earlier in October, BlackRock tokenized its money market fund shares via JP Morgan's ETH-based Onyx blockchain, and Barclays was involved with it. Citigroup launched its Citi Token Services, a blockchain-based cross-border payment solution for institutions. Guys, you see where this is going. And all of the big boys are drooling right now. It was all first about loading up on Bitcoin. I would say starting in 2016, when Jamie Dimon was telling people he would fire any of his employees that held or mentioned Bitcoin. You're out of here. Meanwhile, he was buying the shit out of it through all the shell companies in Europe. So they were buying it back then, and now they've been building. After this last bull run, I think it was a learning experience, a wake-up call for a lot of these guys with these egos that think, oh, we can just build or do whatever we want. But Ripple had a 10-year head start. So they're going to find ways to get around it. Some of these guys will launch their own like JP Morgan did, which is fine. Let them do it. There's enough out there around the world that Ripple, which I own shares of equity on Linqto, you can now get it not as a non-accredited investor for, I don't know how much longer it's going to be available for, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where you have the chance to get in and buy like an accredited investor. And I don't know if that's a bad sign that they're desperate, the stock's going to do bad, or it's the one chance that Linqto is actually an awesome company, somehow got through a little loophole to help out a few of the small guys that they could. Because I have a lot of people that wanted to get in, but weren't accredited and couldn't afford to do it. And now with this opening up, it changes the game for the little guy, which I like to see. And then, now, guys, this too, the change in sentiment that's coming. And that's here now. Like, it was just so crazy for the last 2 years, the outrageous articles that we were talking about and covering, and the lies we were just blatantly reading, and the bullshit we were seeing through. We're seeing the long-term vision of all the stuff these guys were building out and all the partnerships that were being made, barely being talked about. But the SBF stuff, the FUD, for the criminal stuff, all the clown show with the SEC was front and center. So people that aren't in this stuff every day, that just glance at the headlines, they don't have a clue what's going on. We're so early right now. People don't understand that. And when these headlines start to change, when Bitcoin is on all the networks, their little crypto hour, it's on the tickers, people start seeing it going up again. Just wait how fast that changes until your cab drivers are talking about it, your Uber drivers are talking about it. And now all of a sudden, instead of the legislators trying to crack down on everybody, and Hamas was proven to use Bitcoin. How much was that? $2,000. Wait, 2,000 Bitcoin? No. It was $2,000 that we proved that got given to whatever. So it's a joke. And now right here, Senator Ted Budd has introduced his Keep Your Coins Act. Not your keys, not your crypto. They might as well name it the Richard Hart Act. Designed to ensure individuals' rights to self-custody of their crypto assets without mandatory reliance on intermediaries. Well, I've been watching interviews through the entire bear market with Fidelity's brokers and how they were talking about their digital asset platform they were building that was interoperable with MetaMask. And right now, at first, it was going to be the ETFs with Bitcoin. And then they were working out and building out all their DeFi platforms. And they said, so are they going to be interoperable with what we use? Oh, yeah, don't worry. We want you to be able to take your assets, your Ethereum, whatever you have, and just bridge it right over from a MetaMask and connect to our website and buy tokenized assets, buy stock, buy whatever you want. They want us to be able to bring our money in there. They don't want friction between there. Are you kidding me? So meanwhile, these were the headlines right here, or the headlines were all negative. Meanwhile, these interviews with these guys was a completely different story. What do you know? They were building, and they know it's about interoperability, and they can't have these walled off gardens. These businesses need interoperability, and they need us self-custodiers to be able to come in and use their platforms. If we want to take some profits and buy some tokenized art or some whatever it is, tokenized piece of the Golden Gate Bridge or a tokenized piece of the Statue of Liberty, whatever it is, they want us to be able to bring our money into this. So I think the whole, they're not going to allow us to custody our assets. I think it's all FUD. It's just to deter people to do it and get as many people as possible into the Coinbases, the Geminis, the Bitstamps that they ultimately have a control over, and Kraken and Ripple too. It's interesting. They bought a share in Bitstamp. Why would they do that? Why would Ripple want to have anything to do with an on-ramp? I don't know. And Elon with Twitter, he said he's not going to build a crypto. He's obsessed with the letter X. You don't think there's a chance instead of Dogecoin, he could use XRP or XLM, something that's really fast that starts with an X, XLM, Starlink. There's connections with Jeb. He's building rockets. I don't know, guys. I think it could be XLM, it could be XRP, or Dogecoin, one of those three. So Elon's going to be building that super app, crypto payments right there. And it's going to change so fast within a year. So they're building out that. Everyone's building in the background. Tom Emmer now sneaks crypto provision into the House budget bill. This guy's working for us. Look at him. Look at that smile right there. Guys, how much did Bitcoin pump? 8% today. All right, Tom, there we go. That right there, he's looking at the Bitcoin chart. So look at that pump right there. See, if Gary was in charge and this act wasn't coming through and putting a squash to his hiatus, we wouldn't have this pump right here. This is the Emmer pump. So he passed an amendment to the Financial Services Act on Wednesday that prohibits the securities regulator from using its budget to pursue enforcement actions against crypto companies until Congress passes legislation that grants the SEC jurisdiction over the asset class. So right now, he's advancing this amendment targeting how the SEC can use funds. At a time when clear guidance is desperately needed, Chair Gensler instead spends taxpayer resources praising himself for targeting Kim Kardashian, while Sam Bankman-Fried, the biggest Ponzi scheme, was right under his nose. So, guys, is this not bullish for Richard Hart? Is this not bullish for HEX? Like, he's telling us right here, he's hurrying in these amendments and rushing them in at the last second to put a halt on what the SEC is doing. So this has the deadline's November 17th. Richard goes in the 28th. It's like, guys, this is so good for us. So bullish. And now we have 12 Bitcoin ETFs that have a brief window for approval starting when? Tomorrow. Let's go. Last till the 17th. Starting tomorrow, small window could approve 12 ETFs. The BlackRock iShares Spot ETF. The Bitcoin Grayscale Trust. While the SEC gave itself a deadline extension, it chose Wednesday, November 8th as the last day for rebuttal. And it's also possible that the SEC could approve several between now and the 17th, but require all the funds to begin trading on the same day. Guys, I think they're going to announce it this week. All of them have the green light, but they're not going to be able to start trading until 2024. I've been saying that for a month now. I nailed the freaking day the market turned around. I just have a feeling it's going to be on the 11th. 1111. One. Binance introducing their Web3 wallet. That's why Trust Wallet just took a shit. Trust Wallet's been pumping like crazy. And Binance just said, peace, Trust Wallet, we don't need you anymore. We're doing our own thing. So Binance now having a new wallet, allowing users to self-custody wallet, or the self-custody wallet allows users to remain in control of their assets. So Binance no longer is going to be that whole, I know people that have sent dick pics to Binance, can't get their money off. No longer. You can keep it in a decentralized wallet. So guys, this is looking so good. Everything is turning right at the right time. Coincidentally, as the ETFs are about to get approved, Tom Emmer is ushering in legislation. He literally can't stop smiling at us, guys. Literally, he cannot stop smiling because he knows the ETFs are going to get approved. And Gary, he's going to get his day to make a fool of them. And these little gammas love nothing more than to like humiliate their little rivals over across the party. So it is hilarious. So everything's working out, guys. Looking bullish as hell. And yeah, guys, awesome, awesome, awesome time to be in crypto. If you load it up on your bags, if you're ready for this bull run, smash that like button because we ain't ever getting monetized here. Just by playing my commercial that I paid $3,000 for to go film in Vegas, have professionally done by Wildcard Studios. So we have a nice little intro. I get copyrighted, a copyright infringement on something I paid for and bought. So they won't monetize us because it. So fuck that. Smash the like button. We ain't never going to make shit. They don't even want us on here. We were shadow banned forever. And it's reflux season, guys. We're going to be at 100X soon on TGC, the Gray's currency. It's reflux season. We're going to the firmament with TGC. We're going nuts on here. You got to love everything they're doing. And now we have 207 billion of the supply staked. Over 11.6 billion burnt. 1,100 holders. Wow, that's awesome. Last time I looked, it was like 700, almost 300 stakers. So it's going up. And when these liquidity pools come out, the new airdrops came out too. So for anyone that had their coin staked, you got the 808 coin, you got burn, and you got liquid. And they pumped like hell. 808 up 258%, liquid up 101%. Burn up 213%. And TGC is finally having a pullback. God, I honestly been waiting for this because the more it goes up, like new people are like, God, I can't get in. This thing needs to retrace. It's got to come down. And it does. This is healthy. So I wanted to see like a 30 to 40% dip. It's funny. I was looking at Telegram last night and I was saying, yeah, I think the floor is going to be around 6,000. And sure enough, within 24 hours, it was doubled up. I was like, Jesus, this is way too much. So we had a 37% dip, and I like that. I think that's healthy. You know, as long as we stay above 99,000, we're good to go. Another 10% down. That's a healthy correction, and we are good to go. We are en route to the firmament. Reflux doing really well too. They got some pumpamentals coming out. They got the NFTs coming out too soon, which are gonna. So the airdrops that just came out for TGC, what this is doing to bump up the bot action, increasing the liquidity, making all these new pairs. The NFTs that are coming from for RFX are going to essentially do the same thing because so much of that pulse chain is going to be used to buy up the token. And then the buy and burn, the accelerator, all the pumpamentals start really, really, really being used, being worked. And now we get to see the results of some amazing game theory. And the TGC pair, I want to see a fat liquidity pair between RFX and TGC. Because I said earlier, I think TGC is the reason that Teddy pumped like crazy. I think Maria either got real bad FOMO or panicked and reached out to the 414. I think they know each other. I don't follow any of the telegrams. I got banned from the PDI telegram. So I'm only in the TGC and the RFX one. So I don't follow any of the Teddy Atropa social medias there. But I just have a hunch that TGC started some crazy FOMO. Let's check Rob here. All right, we're holding tight. We're still trending upwards, 31,400. 15 million pulse in there. Hell yeah. And that's the thing too. Look at, you could see these are just probably bots that are coming through here. And just bot action, bot action, bot action. You'll see the humans coming in right here. $60, $20. Those are humans. But all day today, the bots are just coming in. Boom, 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 boom. So if you took a Rob pair and put it with TGC, RFX, that's how you start having the ARB bots come through and working their magic. And that's what Burn, Liquid, and 808 are doing for TGC and making this thing go crazy. So I haven't sold any of my airdrop. I'm just holding them for now. I'm not really worried about it. I'm more excited for where this is going. I'm gonna be making some new merch. We got the PTGC to the Firmament hoodies. I'm gonna be making some Titan X ones and then some RFX ones too. This was the first TGC to the Firmament, first version. I've never done this before. I'm no designer, no artistic person, so I can barely draw a freaking stick figure. But I'm working on a couple designs. Let me see if I can get this over here. This was a new one that I just was working on. So I'll be doing some of these for 3 of the hot coins right now. PTGC to the Firmament. And then the I don't know if I have the RFX one on this computer. No, I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with them and just try to create ones that are cool so we can get these things going viral and get some people interested and spreading that the reflection season love in the Pulsechain Casino. Godfather J6, what up? There's Bobby Hexelrod. Stay away from the glory holes, Bobby. Stick with the TGC. You're way better off. PLSX. Yep, PulseX outperforming Pulsechain. They're going to do it at different times. One will rip, the other will rip. And that's why I'm holding a 3.1 to 1 ratio. So for every 10 million pulse, I need 31 million pulse X. So it was just a random ratio. That's what I'm doing. Like how that guy points his finger. Bro, Tom Emmer is the man. Where the hell did he go? There he is. Smiley Tom. There he is. He's pointing at that Bitcoin candle. He's got my vote. The BTF's already approved. There, Caparanga, my R&R fellow 50K daily free roll winner. Good to see you in here. What up, Davis? Yeah, huge pump in TGC. And I'm seeing, I was looking too at my Zum wallet, and Equilibrium was pumping, Elysian is pumping, Sologenics was pumping, and my Corium's all staked, so can't touch that. But love to see that some of those coins are moving over there in the XRPL, and DeFi is going to be a thing this cycle. There he is, coach. Tom Emmer here saw either the TGC chart or he saw the ETF approval, and he just can't stop smiling. I don't know which one it is, but TGC just had that healthy dump, healthy correction. As long as we stay above 9,000, I ain't worried. We'll wait this support line over up here. As long as we can hold that, I ain't worried. We needed a dip. We just got a little bit crazy over the last 2 days with all the FOMO on Shill Tank, all the hype around it, the ETH bros coming over. So we needed a little bit of a dip or to kind of flatten this out a little bit. But, you know, when you're going to the firmament, shit can get wild. So you win yeah, that's right. I did. The next one, you motivated me, Caparanga, to put my poker face on and win that 20,000 casino coin. I'm crushing it on the cash games. I made like quads on somebody. I rivered trips on like a 3-way all in. Like I think my account has God mode activated on R&R poker. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. There's stuff coming. I didn't even talk about any of the gaming stuff that's being built, that's being launched. Ripple Swell conference is happening right now. So I'm sure tomorrow there'll be some news coming from there. It's definitely be talking about that. And then TGC and RFX reflection season in the Pulsechain Casino. It's here. So smash that like button, guys. We ain't never getting monetized. Like I said, they disallowed any chance of it. They said you playing your commercial, your little 50-second thing that you paid for, that is a copyright strike every single stream. Hell no. You ain't allowed. We ain't letting you put up commercials on our freaking website or our platform. So I'm never going to turn it on, never going to apply for it. You're never going to have to worry about hitting that skip button, dealing with commercials. Screw all that. All right, guys. Share this out, smash that like button, and we'll see you in the firmament. Can you do deep dive into the Onyx DeFi hack in the future? I honestly, I really don't care that much because I thought there could be a tie to Onyx blockchain, the JP Morgan one, but there's none at all. And it was just another bridge hack similar to all the other hundreds that were out there. But I'll look into it. If it was anything more than that, I'll definitely potentially cover it. The actor strike tonight ends at midnight. Longest actor strike ever. I didn't even know that, bro. I'm so tuned out of that world. After the scamdemic, I stopped, cut off cable, stopped watching all that shit, and it was the best thing I've ever done. So money incoming. Hell yeah, let's go. Smash that like button. And guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another video.